Nolan. Nolan. It's me, Metatron.
I found an article posted. People are still talking about Nolan. I don't know when I'm gonna stop. I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. Because I've got so many things to complain about, and they keep talking. They keep opening their little beaks, and they keep telling us why we're wrong. And this is why I will never stop milking it. Because they don't take the L, do they? They just don't. They don't. And so that's why I'm never gonna stop. They're always gonna give me material. You know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Robert, check this out. Robert Pattinson was the only Odyssey star to ask Christopher Nolan an obvious question before signing on. And I'm going to say it, Eric Swan published 32 minutes ago, so this is new, guys. You tell me, yeah, but why are you sharing an article from 10 years ago? Fine, 32 minutes ago. Is that good enough for you? He clickbaited me, and it worked. So, well done, Eric. It remains to be seen whether Christopher Nolan's book-to-screen adaptation of the Odyssey has nothing to do with the book, though. Does it? Of the Odyssey proves to be yet another cinematic masterpiece from the acclaimed director. You know this is gonna be awful. I don't even care. To each and every single one of you tells me, you can't really say it's gonna be awful before you see it. Yes, I can. Yes, I absolutely can. I can prophesize it. It's gonna be awful. At the very least, though, what is clear now is that the film is further testament to Nolan's ability to land top-tier talent, also known as money, popularity, and the favor of the devil, aka Hollywood. Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Tom Holland, Lupita Nyong'o, and Charlize Theron are just a few of the A-listers Nolan pulled. Also part of the ensemble, wow, we're using, excuse my French vocabulary, is Robert Pattinson, and before signing on, he was the only star to ask a very obvious question. Guys, are you ready? Because this is gonna get intense. The obvious question should be, why is Ellen black? That should be the obvious question, Patterson. But for some reason, I don't think that's the question he asked. Now, if this were me, I would have asked that. I also would have asked what the heck is a rapper doing in my cast, and also I would have asked the other questions, like why isn't Menelaus a redhead guy? Like, I would have asked a lot of questions. But anyways, considering Nolan's body of work, which means nothing, completely irrelevant, it's not hard to understand why he'd be able to attract such a high class of actors. Pattinson has now had the pleasure of working with Nolan on 2 occasions now. Goodness gracious, the glazing. What is this? Honey glaze. As he previously collaborated with him on Tenet, Pattinson has since spoken highly of his experience making the 2020 sci-fi thriller. So, when the Batman star was approached by Nolan for Odyssey, was enthusiastic, yet, as Pattinson explained to GQ, he threw Nolan for a loop. Oh, brother. I'm the man who's throwing Nolan for a loop. That's me. But let's see how he threw him for a loop. He did ask, why is she black, did he? Let's see. For a loop with one particular comment. I was like, yeah, can't wait to read it. I guess meaning the script. He's like, oh my gosh, who the heck writes this? You want to read it? Everyone else just said yes. Oh, that would be Nolan. Oh, you're gonna be joking. Guys, you know what this is? How is it possible that everything I read about this man makes me dislike him even more? You know what this is? This is, do you know how many followers I have, bro? This is what you mean. Oh, you want to read it? Why would you want to read it? Don't you know how many followers? It's like the influencer that gets stopped by the cops. And they're like, you were going 70 on a 35. And then they're going to be like, bro, do you know who I am? I have 1 million followers on TikTok. That's what it is. What do you mean you want to read the script? Yes, if the script is shit, which it is, to be fair, wouldn't it be good to read it first? Let's go. Pattinson apparently being the only member of the Odyssey's ensemble to ask Nolan about the script makes me chuckle, makes me want to vomit. Doesn't make me chuckle at all, it makes me want to vomit. You know what this means? It means that every single other one... No, you know what this means? Oh my gosh. Why am I the only one who can see this? What this means is that he is the only one who cares about ancient Greece and the Greek people and Western civilization and the core, the foundations of the West. Because I mean, when Nolan contacted these actors, stars, okay, when he contacted them, he told them, "Hey, I'm making a movie. Do you want to be in my movie?" He must have told them, "I'm making a movie about the Odyssey, right? Do you want to be in the movie?" So if I were asked by anyone, already Hollywood and Odyssey, Hollywood and the West, I'm already going like, I don't know, ancient civilization, Odyssey. But what if I was asked, I would be, because they could ask me, "Hey, we would like you to play Samson in the Bible or whatever." Then I would be like, "Okay, well, let me review the material because I want to make sure that they do it justice." These people didn't even look at it, which tells me that every single one of the actors involved doesn't care. Because it's not like we live in a vacuum. We live in a time where all they do is white deletion, European culture deletion. They replace everything, they change everything, they remove everything, whether it be Hollywood or whether it be academia, whether it be video games. No medium is spared from the lies. So, if I was approached and it had to do with, the past of our civilization, I would want to have a look, yes. So none of these people did. None of them. That's what this tells me. Never mind chuckle. All right, let's continue with this nonsense. Let's continue. Anyways, I didn't read it. Okay, maybe chuckle as that request is significant due to how extensive the cast is, as much as this funny little behind the scenes. It's not a funny little behind the scenes factoid. I hate the word factoid. It's either a fact or it's not. What the heck is a factoid? I was gonna say, man, the word that came to my head, I can't say it or I'll get demonetized. Is, to me, this also makes sense when it comes to Pattinson, does it? Over the last decade, the British performer has taken on some interesting films, we know that, based nothing of the sort. Based on the acclaim Robert Pattinson received for some of his more recent roles, it seems he's been good at picking projects. So I certainly won't critique his thoughtfulness upon being approached to be in Christopher Nolan's latest movie. As for his role in the historical action drama, Pattinson plays the slimy Antinous who attempts to court Penelope Hathaway while she awaits the return of her husband Odysseus Damon following the Trojan War. Oh yeah. Yeah. Right. Pattinson's I would, my respect for, I don't know if they can do it legally, but I try, believe me, if one of these actors were to change their mind, be like, "No, I don't want to have anything to do with this anymore," and left because of what happened, be like, "You know what? I thought about it. Europeans are mad. The Greeks are mad about it. I don't want to disrespect an entire country. We owe them so much. I will leave this project. You can keep the money." Man, I know it's never going to happen. I know this is as fantasy as dragons flying, but brother, I would respect that person so much. I mean it. Wouldn't it be nice, like, to have a change like that, to be like, that is a stand-up guy or girl? For once, I could make, like, I take one of these Hollywood people and make a video about it and be like, "Bro, this is insane. Respect." None of them, none of them. But a man can dream. A man can dream. Am I right? Honor, all these stuff that built our civilization. No wonder they hate it so much. I'm reading the name Zendaya, guys. Zendaya. Patterson's involvement not only marks a new collaboration, but also a reunion with Zendaya. Oh, my heart is melting. Wow, this is so wholesome. With whom he worked on the drama and the Dune Part 3. Right. Speaking of Zendaya, yeah, and other stars who appears in the Odyssey, I can completely understand their willingness to sign on so quickly. Who cares? Why is this article glazing their greed? The film marks Nolan's follow-up on his Oscar-winning historical drama Oppenheimer, and it's based on one of the most engrossing epic poems ever written. Exactly. Bro, let me tell you this. Just the other day, I saw a video about me that I've, of course, already filmed a reaction to, a response, if you will, and I want to destroy them. Anyways, it's from an Afrocentrist, and you can imagine a Afrocentrist YouTuber who is very offended by the fact that I wasn't happy with the casting choices, of course. And I love how the preamble to this video was that the Odyssey and the Iliad, nobody knows what these things are. No one knows the story. Who read this stuff as if they had nothing? Ancient Greek, classical myth, literature, and history. That's what they do. That's what they do. Also, guess what he called me? What do you think it is his line of attack? Sources? My interpretation of Latin and Greek? History? Did he call me? What do you think he called me? Do you... guys. Yeah, he called me racist. So to that, I take a drink because it means I won. That's a victory right there. Racist boy! Because it's an intellectual defeat when that's all they can do. Because it means that they can't attack the arguments because they are too strong. And so they have to do that. So I drink to that. I drink to it. Let's go. It's another victory. Metatron 300, Afrocentrists 0. 0. Anyways, let's... All right, so from a technical standpoint, Nolan is also pushing boundaries on the IMAX front. No, Nolan is pushing boundaries with my patience, as his latest feature has been shot entirely on the format. Can someone explain this to me? Because they will not stop yapping about this IMAX front. Does this mean that he's going like old school? Is this technically impressive? I don't know what it means. What does that mean? IMAX? I don't know anything about this, but they just keep yapping about this. Oh, but it's shot in IMAX. Bro, you could have shot it on this iPhone for all I care, as long as it was historically accurate and not disrespectful to the Greeks. I guess that's nice. But the problem is what you shot, not how you shot it. It's the subject that is the problem. And the $6 million they got from the Greek, I was going to say the Greek government, but let's be honest, the Greek taxpayers. So Greek taxpayers, you paid for the IMAX, by the way. So to sum this up, please, we have a talented filmmaker, an epic story as the basis, and a technologically ambitious setup. Keeping all of that in mind, I can't imagine many actors not leaping at the chance. You see, but we don't have the epic story though, do we? I wonder if people who write these kind of articles, do they get money for it? Or are they like that level of pathetic where they need to glaze people that probably hate them anyways? That's what I wonder. Zendaya. So anyways, I look forward to seeing what Robert Pattinson brings to The Odyssey, which opens in theaters on July 17 as part of the 2026 movie schedule. You know what? I don't know what Robert Pattinson is going to bring to The Odyssey. I do know, however, what Nolan is bringing to The Odyssey, and that is shame. And I hate the fact that I'm going to have to go watch it. I don't think I'm going to watch it. I don't know what day I'm going to watch it, but I have to go watch it because then I have to make a video about it. So unfortunately, I will have to watch it. Can you imagine that? I'm going to need... I don't know what I'm going to need. I'm going to need like ibuprofen. I'm going to need something to calm my nerves. Thank you, Barbara, for becoming a member of the channel, by the way. I don't know what I'm going to need. I'm going to scream on the theater. They're going to call security on me. That's what's going to happen. Anyways, yeah, Eric, I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't a huge fan of the... I mean, maybe you're very... maybe I'm too black-pilled. Maybe that's what it is. I'm too black-pilled. And I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see how this is going to be good news. It's not good news. It's a travesty, is what this is. If you appreciate my content so far and wish to help ensure my ability to continue to tell it how it is, regardless of any possible backlash, please support this channel on Patreon. Any support helps me and my team of academics keep the channel strong and gives us the means to fight back against the political rewriting of history.